Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers and sisters. This is the AOR Formula Renault 3.5 Championship, rounds 13 and 14, the penultimate round of the series, here at the Hockenheim ring. No, I don't want to be doing that. No, still. Right. So then, this is our list of people. We have 14 cars. Of course, I'm listed in the list of 15. We have 14 currently with us. Hopefully we'll have a few more join us as the session goes on. Just going to move my windows around here. Bear with me. It's going to stop the stream for a moment. Yep, here we go then. So, let's see who is on track. Wall Tyre, who has just joined us. He wasn't in the practice session. The practice session was run by Pedro. Ruled, I should say, by Pedro. Wall Tyre currently on circuit. Whoa, that's... okay, you don't know the road codes, fair enough. I actually remembered to turn my driver's line off, and okay. Wall Tyre deciding to have a little bit of a ramming page going on, and Manu, our championship leader, of course at his home circuit, or one of his home circuits, he's been looking forward to this, and I think he looks forward to every race of which he partakes. I am in the pit somewhere. Here is Fizzy, everyone's favourite commentator, still holding that second position of the championships, not letting Manu run away with it at all. Franco Droz, one of our reserves, in the Remco livery. He was going sideways slightly there, but I think there's a little bit of lag. Esteban Viso joins us once again. Welcome back to you, sir. We have AOR Adrenaline on circuit. Now he's in the yellow livery car. I think that's... I can't actually pronounce that incorrectly, but that's one of the reserve liveries. Sheritza, something like that. He looks like he's starting his hot lap there. Hot lap now is Stokeman in one of the Fanatec cars. Flying Cayman, representing the South African continent. Continent? Oh, country! Oh, goodness me, getting my words all wrong here. El Nano, who had a few misadventures last race out, but has returned to us again. Here's Pedro, who is our practice leader in the Remco car. Paradisi joins us once again, the star from Poland. AJ! We haven't seen AJ on track for quite some time. Welcome back to you, sir. Glad to have you back on track. Seri, who... he's in that livery this week. He was in the yellow sheriff... Oops, that's someone writing their name on the wall. DBZ Leica. It looks like we have a couple more join us since I started going through the list. So DBZ Leica just starting his hot lap. Oh, just finishing his hot lap indeed. So Pedro currently leading the way. It's a little bit weird. I'm having trouble with the shadows again. I see no shadows at all under the car. AJ currently holding second position. DBZ Leica clocking up third. Gibbs is back with us. So how many cars are we currently? We have 15 cars currently with us. And Nano. Here we go again. Mention a name and it moves position. Who's that? It's Fizzy, slotting into second place. Let's have a look at Manu. Where is Manu? Now, I'm not as familiar with this particular circuit as I was with previous, so that is turns 15 and 16. The Manu is just coming through. Just on to the start finish straight now. Where is he going to go? So we have 5.5 minutes just over. He's in third, 1:23.971. Interesting. Pedro still holding the pole position spot. What will happen? Who hasn't set a lap time yet? Worn Tyre has yet to complete a hot lap. He's just getting some heat of his tyres. He's going through Parabolica down to the hairpin, so one assumes he's not on a hot lap. That's the Sheriffitzer car. Sheriffitzer, I can't pronounce that, of Adrenaline. Just coming past, he might be on a hot lap. Who else have we got? Me, of course. I'm not going to be sitting many hot laps. Esteban Viso, that's coming around the final turn 16. That camera could prove to be interesting later on. Where does he slot in? Oh no, he's starting his hot lap. Whoops, that was a hell of a... Oh, that's gonna... You're gonna feel that one in the morning. Leaving the DRS open too long and just hitting the curb will cause the car to catapult around like that. So out comes Esteban Visa again. He has got time to come around, do his outlap, and do a flyer. So he should be good to set a time still. One tyre still not with the time on the board. Saying that, he's just coming around the final turn. This is probably to start his outlap. Yes, it is. So turn 1. Lord curve. Oh, bouncing all over the... And he again has spun. That is a very vicious curve. I actually did a little bit of a run before qualifying, and that is a very vicious curve. So that is not exaggerated, that particular curve. Bouncing you're seeing. Pedro still holding the top spot then. Where is he? He's just coming around turn 11. Up to the stadium. And someone else hitting the barrier. Excellent. We're gonna have a few retirements, I suspect, to wall impact. And the final turn then. Does Pedro extend his lead? 1:23.366 is his time. He does not improve, but he has got time to get round again. He probably might have time to do 2 laps. Just depends on how quickly you can get round. Sounds like someone's hitting the wall again. Fizzy up to second position now, 1:23.5. In the Panasonic livery car. Manu offline came out behind him. AJ in third position. It's been a while since we have seen AJ. He's running the D-Box livery. 1:23. He's just been demoted. He's just been demoted to 4th. What a surprise! It's Manu up at the top then at his home circuit. 1:23.224. That's very close. Very, very close indeed. Just 1.5 tenths in it. 2.5 minutes to go then. So someone getting out of Manu's way there. Pedro. Fizzy. AJ. DBZ Leica, 5th place, 1:24.032. El Nano up to, and have we just seen another change of position? No, we haven't. That's me getting the numbers wrong. So El Nano has set a time now. He's currently 6th, 1:24.261. Gibbs, his teammate, 1:24.286. Again, we're very, very close. Paradiski of Poland, 1:24.768. He's getting out of someone's way there. It'll be Esteban Viso. We don't have Govak, I see, on circuit. So quite a number of names we haven't seen today, but that's, not everybody can make every race, unfortunately. Seri, currently 9th, our reserve driver, 1:25.306. That's where he's going to stay. He will not have time to come out and complete an outlap and a time lap with 1.5 minutes to go. Then Stokeman in 10th for Fanatec on 1:25.389. Flying came out. Manu's teammates currently holding. Oh, he's just been demoted. He was 11th. What's Fizzy? Oh, look at that! Not Fizzy has taken the top spot. Not only that, but Pedro's moved ahead of Manu. Where is Manu? Manu's in the pits. He can't improve. He has been knocked off the top spot at his home race. Wonderful effort there by Fizzy. Does Fizzy have enough time to complete the lap? Where is he? He's just coming down to turn 11. Possibly. It's going to be a little bit tight. Pedro, where is he? He is. Now he will finish that lap. That's turn 13. I do apologise for bringing up the map overlay. I will be referring to that quite a few times. I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not particularly familiar with this track visually. Does Pedro improve? This is the last attempt he's going to have. He does! Oh my goodness me! 1:22.825. Pedro taking the top spot. Does Fizzy have enough time to... He did indeed complete the lap. Oh, what is that? 49 thousandths of a second. Excuse me. Wow. That's very, very close. Incredible. Fizzy and Pedro very, very close, with Manu in thirds. We have just mere seconds now till the conclusion of this qualifying session, and bang, it is now done. So there are your starters. Pedro and Fizzy on the front row, with Manu and AJ behind. El Nano 5, DZ like a 6, Gibbs 7, Esteban Viso 8, Paradiski 9, and Stokeman in 10th position. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant stuff. So now, as always, we enter into a 5-minute Apologies, my stream has stopped slightly. I'll be going into monitor. I won't be coming out into this session. So this is a 5-minute warm-up session, and we will see what is what.
My dad joined Starfleet.
Apologies if you can hear
I joined on a dare.
the advert that's going on in the background.
Up to it. We were overwhelmed by something. This is my last report as captain of the Starship Enterprise.
Apologies for this. I'm just sorting out my stream. I'm actually streaming this race today. Unfortunately, I actually forgot to set up the stream window to begin with. So you're going to cause. I'm just going to jump onto track. Is anyone on circuit at the moment? Yes, we do. We have 3. So we can find who that is. So that's Fizzy, currently on circuit. He's going through the Parabolica and down to the hairpin. I'm actually streaming this race today. Unfortunately, I actually forgot to set up the stream. I've actually just caught up with my stream there, and indeed that caught the advert there, so I do apologise for that. And just going to pause that so I don't kill my bandwidth. Right, back to the action then. I do apologise for that being disrupted, but we are here again. Let's see what's what then as we follow Fizzy. He's coming up to the stadium area, and he's pulled over. He's decided to pit. Okay. So, not many people. Manu is just leaving the pits. He's probably going to do some practice starts. We go to the external camera there. Apologies again. I'm going to be disrupting the stream ever so slightly. I do apologise for that. So I just sort my windows out here. Again, I should have done this before the stream started. I did come online very late this evening. However, we are now back up and running. So then, it's 2.5 minutes left of this practice session. Manu, wow, doing some serious weaving, but wow, look at the lag that we've got going on here. Goodness me. Ooh, as Manu's going to get a cut penalty for that. See who else we can find. Nah, it's definitely not me that's on circuit. It's Esteban Viso. Manu doing some practice starts there, and Paradisky possibly doing the same. Adrenaline, I've changed name, but the camera hasn't changed. No, we're still looking at Esteban Viso, I think. Yes, we are. It's a couple of times set, I think. No, just El Nano. El Nano's the only one with a time on the board. Manu. Some heating into his tires as he's coming around turn 11. He should really turn the map off. So many doing some practice starts there. Viso. There's that. That's around the stadium area, I think. Yep, that's turn 15 and 16. And he's doing some practice starts as well. Either Gibbs or I've forgotten who else runs that livery. There's a Remco car, and that's either Manu or K-Man behind Esteban. Adrenaline. You see it coming around the stadium area. 13, 14, down to 15, and that's turn 16. And someone spun right in front of it. Ooh, that was close to an impact there. And a 130.049, that's not particularly representative. We were seeing high 122s bouncing along that curve. That's not going to hurt. That's not going to help, rather. There's less than a minute to go now until we are underway for the feature race here at Hockenheim. There's 25 seconds to go. Just our Nano, Gibbs and Adrenaline with the time on the board in this practice session. Anybody on track? We've got a couple of cars on track. See if we can catch up with them. There's Gibbs still going around. Ooh, that's my camera is jerking around a bit. We'll find who else is on circuit. is going to flick around a lot. Oh, and that's the end of the session. So then, let us get this race underway. 10 more seconds until we have Pedro and Fizzy on the front row with Manu and, I apologise, I've forgotten who was fourth. AJ, I think. Here we go then for the feature race here at Hockenheim, round 13. The AOR Formula Renault 3.5 Championship. My name is King Kodiak. I will be your commentator. 3, 2, 1, wind them up and let them go. Crikey, that was quick. Right, let's get myself into position. Up to the front of the grid we go. And Pedro has hung on to the lead as he goes through turn 1 with Fizzy holding off Manu already. There's been a bit of tussling between those two and there's impact. Oh, who's that that's running the wrong way? That's Mr. Divas and Leica, I think. Oh, that's Fizzy and Manu. Having a bit of a tussle there with Manu on the inside line, but Fizzy's got greater drive out of turn 4. That's all the way down Parabolica now. Manu is just demoted down to third, but he's got the what inside line there is through Parabolica, and Fizzy's going to hold the inside line with the hairpin and takes second position, or holds on to second position, but Manu is not letting that one go. Pedro getting some getting some lead rather in front of him. That's turn 7 they've just gone through. Oh, Manu, I think, thought about an inside lunge there, but no at this time. 21 laps in this feature race. Got to think about the long game. You can only ever lose the race in the first lap. I daren't look down. I wanted to look down the field and see what's going on, but I daren't look away from this particular battle as Pedro opens up the lead for him at the front at the moment. Fizzy has a slightly better drive through 13 and 14. Just giving him a tiny bit of breathing space. We've just seen Pedro go out of the shot. And, yep, there's a very small gap forming now in between Fizzy and Manu. But nothing that won't disappear in the blink of an eye should a mistake happen. Pedro, Fizzy, Manu, Visa and Worn Tyre are your top 5 positions. Jump back up to this battle for second position. Fizzy's got a good drive out of 2, 3 and 4 round the Parabolica now. He's beginning to get some distance between him and Manu, but not a great deal. Manu hanging right in there, but Fizzy has got Pedro in his sights still. Viso is breaking away from Worn Tyre, but Fizzy's gone wide on the hairpin with Manu right on his gearbox once again. I did say that gap would disappear in the blink of an eye, and no doubt, and lo and behold, that has happened. That is turn 12. Fizzy's gone wide. Fizzy's gone wide, and Manu has capitalised on that mistake. Manu straight up to second position. Fizzy down to third now. Viso has got Fizzy in sight as they come into the stadium areas. The first 4 are fairly equidistant now with Fizzy's mistake. Turn 12. We've watched Viso go through it. 13, 14. So they come down to the suit curve. Oh, and Viso runs slightly wide onto turn 16. Down the start-finish straight. Again, I remind you that these cars are running default setters. Viso very wide on turn 1. That curb there is particularly vicious as we watch Fizzy chasing Manu down again. Does look like Fizzy might have a little bit more speed than Manu at this point in the game, but still some laps to go. Quite some distance still to run. Pedro's still got a good lead, but he's not running away with it at all as they come through the hairpin now. I'm going to risk having a look down the field. Just like Viso was very wide there at the hairpin. There's Worn Tyre. I swear he was in a different livery last week. Oh, was that Paradisky? He may have just oversteered there. It looked like he was trying to weave slightly. Divas and Leica we saw come into grief very early on. In 7th, still running with the flying Cayman up to 8th position. Stokeman 9. Seri 10. Has Adrenaline, has he come to grief early on? I suspect so. Down in 11th. AJ. Oh, it's a shame. He's got no front wing. Oh, what's happened to AJ? Limping around with no front wing. There's El Nano. I suspect he's been through the pits already today. And there's Gibbs' teammate. Gibbs has a terrible run of luck in this season. And we're back down to me. Right, back up to the front then. Pedro still leads. Manu second, all bouncing very heavily over the curve. That's going to allow Fizzy to close right in on him. And the camera doesn't know where to go. There we go, on the run down to turn 2. Fizzy is right with Manu now. Round turn 4. Through the long parabolica again. Fizzy has Manu in his sights. Let's just change camera. We can see the gap firsthand. A heavy braking down into turn 6, the hairpin. Easy on the power. Don't want to be running wide there. Fizzy just about keeping within the line, but only just. Turn 7. Into the Mercedes arena. Turn 8. Manu not being able to stretch any kind of gap between him and Fizzy. Round turn 10 now. Down towards Mobile 1, turn 11. Into the stadium area. Oops. Fizzy hitting the curb rather hard there. Turn 12. Oh, Fizzy keeping a much tighter line than Manu managed to. 13, 14. Down to 15. Suit curve. Turn 16. Oh, it's like... Manu took a slightly too tight a line there, and Fizzy seems to be gaining on him. It's down to turn 1 once again. Oh, Fizzy's run wide. Fizzy has run too wide. Is he going to get a penalty for it? It looks like he's got away with it, but he has lost momentum there for going too wide. Oh, that was Manu very wide in turn 2. Manu's not getting his rhythm as much as we've seen in recent races. Let's have a look where Pedro is. He has just about the length of the parabolica as a lead now. He's had a fairly untroubled race so far, but again, one mistake from Pedro and he will have two very... Oh, that's Pedro going wide there at the hairpin, so Fizzy's right back with him again. Could we see it? It's not really a braking zone in turn 7, but Fizzy is right on Manu's tail now. Heavy braking into turn 8. Oh, Fizzy had again a tighter line there than Manu. 9, 10 on that short straight down to turn 11. Oh, that is so close again. Up to turn 12. Back in the stadium once more. It is generally these two that I end up watching for most of the race. I know that there's 12 other cars out there. I want to see where you all are. I want to see how you're all doing, but as is my weekly trouble, I end up stuck with these two. Ooh, Fizzy going a bit wide there at turn 16. Another lap complete. The more these two are fighting, the more Pedro is getting away. We've actually lost sight of him. Oh, we just saw him in the shot there at turn 2. We could just hear him going, getting the power down through 3 and 4. Might we see an attempt? No, Fizzy's a little bit too far back as they enter the parabolica again. Fizzy's certainly keeping Manu in check this time. You can see the lead that Pedro has now. Watch Fizzy and Manu through the hairpin. Back on the power again. Oh, Fizzy again running almost too wide on the exit of turn 6. Fast right-hander of 7. Again, that's given Manu a little bit of breathing space. Let's have a risk having a look further down the field. Viso staying in. Oh, commentator's curse struck again as Esteban Viso has spun in turn 12 and smashed into the wall. His front wing's still on. He did hit the wall fairly square on the front. Didn't appear to get any suspension damage there, but we'll see how he does the rest of the race. Wall tyre. We've seen him regularly in front. He's not having so much run of luck today. We can see there's a Cure car's right behind him. Paradisky 6, Deepest in like a 7. Oh, and Paradisky's run wide. Paradisky has run wide. Can he hold on to his position? Just about. Oh, and he's gone sideways. Oh my goodness me, he's forcing Deepest in like onto the infield. As an avoiding tactic there, otherwise he would have smashed into the side of Paradisky. Oh, that is very, very close. Paradisky going for an inside manoeuvre there, but not quite got the pace to do so. Deepest in like a 6. Paradisky is holding off Flying K-Man for 7th position. Oh, that was looked like he was going to go too deep in. Stokeman bouncing over the first curb in 9th position now. K-Man having a look on the inside. Oh, Paradisky going wide at turn 2. As they come into the parabolica once again. Oh, where's Stokeman gone? Oh, Stokeman must have spun around turn 2. He was right there with this quartet, now making a trio. Oh, too wide now as Mr. D doesn't like his guard in the inside line for Paradisi. Oh, but the slight bit of impact there. Bit of impact there. Paradisi has John. What is K-Man doing? K-Man has spun too much power or too early on the DRS out of the hairpin, and he has spun, leaving DBZ Leica and Paradisi to finish the battle as one tyre. Oh my goodness me, spins everywhere. One tyre spinning at turn 13. He's lost 5th position to Paradisi. One tyre is now in this trio now. How many nows do I want in the same sentence? Viso is being caught, I think, by that chasing pack. Manu's in 3rd. Oh, he's lost out to... is that AJ? I think that's AJ. Oh, it's AJ in the D-box livery 8. Manu has lost 2nd position to Fizzy. Fizzy had been closing in on him. Did AJ get in the way? Unfortunately, I didn't see as I was looking at the wrong battle. But Manu's looking to get a run on Fizzy on the way down to the hairpin. Oh, he thought twice about an inside manoeuvre there and decided to stay in position. Looked like Manu tried to get on the power a bit earlier than Fizzy. Oh, that's very, very close as they head down to turn 7. Again, I want to see what I was looking at previously, that pack of 3. But again, Manu trying a much tighter line there at turn 12, but not able to get the power down early enough to capitalise on it. But he's having a look at the inside again. But no, Fizzy holding on. Pedro just saw going out of shot there going through the stadium. So I'm getting my corner numbers wrong earlier. This is turn 12. There's 13. I'm assuming that is AJ. I'm just going to bring up the list here. Yep, that's AJ that we've seen lapsed by the top 3. Fizzy, Manu. That's AJ that's in 14th position. Can Fizzy break away from Manu? Not so hard on that first curb as we've seen previously. Can he get after Pedro? Time will tell. 13 laps remaining now. Oh, that's very wide. He's beginning to get a bit of a distance now between him and Manu, but Manu's still right there. It looks like Manu's got a bit of a run on him, but no, too far back to make any use of it. Oh, that is very close. Oh, careful, Fizzy. Don't want to be running too wide there. On the run down to turn 7. Manu right on Fizzy's gearbox again. Oh, and Manu trying for a much tighter line, but again Fizzy just having the speed out of turn 8 through 9 and 10, but Manu's right there, and he's having a look through down the inside of turn 11. Oh, the camera turned at just the wrong moment there. Fizzy just hanging on, so but too wide through turn 11, and brilliant driving by both drivers there to not have any impact. Brilliant stuff. Round they come. Turn 15. Turn Fizzy running a little bit wide there. Manu is right with him. Past the start finish line once again. Into turn 1. Fizzy. Nice tidy line there. Manu is still there. Still lurking in his slipstream. Oh, Manu was quite wide there at turn 2. And that's given Fizzy that little bit of breathing space he may well need through the Parabolica. Fizzy staying very tight. Again, we can just hear, let's just have a quick look on where Pedro is. There he is, coming up the back markers. Fizzy holding up Manu. Manu bouncing on the inside curb of the hairpin. That is not going to help him. Down they come to turn 7 again. Fizzy got a little bit of breathing space this time. Turn 8, the Mercedes Stadium. 9. That was 10, right, beg your pardon. 9 was the slight left-hander. 11. Manu still in striking range. 12. Round Sachs curve. 13. 14. 15. Suit curve. 16. Back onto the start-finish straight once more. Manu's lost a little bit of ground through that complex, and Fizzy again has the breathing space he needs to hang on to that second position. Oh, that looks like such a heavy bounce on the first curve. First corner, rather. Turn 2. Down they come to the Parabolica once more. Manu might be a little bit closer this lap, but I'm not sure he's close enough to make an attempt into the hairpin. Saying that he's in the slipstream. He's having a look on the inside, but no, decides better of it. Oh, there was impact there. Is that Pedro that's ahead of the back markings? Yes, it is. So Adrenaline's clung into someone on. Manu's got a better drive out of the hairpin than Fizzy. Is that going to be an overtake at the turn 7? It is, but Fizzy was able to carry greater speed. Manu not giving up on that overtaking manoeuvre though. Goodness me, Fizzy was able to carry better speed through turn 7 and thus keep Manu at bay just. As these two now get into the back markers of Adrenaline and Gibbs. Adrenaline needs to be getting out of the way, but he can't really do. Oh, well, oh! In getting out of the way, he actually manages to spin. I think that manages to put Manu slightly off his stride, because Fizzy really got the hammer down there. It's got a semi-decent gap now between him and Manu. I was unfortunate. I mean, Adrenaline did the best he could to get out of the way and spun in the process of doing so. So Fizzy is coming up to Gibbs now. He's got a decent half-second or so gap back to Manu. Stokeman, wow, since we last looked at this pack, it's really changed considerably. Stokeman now to 4th place. Oh, steady now, not too wide. K-Man in 5th position with, is that Viso or, that's Warntire. That is Warntire. Where's Viso gone? Viso was in this pack at some point. Oh, looked like Warntire was closing in too quickly on K-Man there. Seri's up to 7th, and in the pits he comes. Paradiski 8. There's Viso in 9. Has he come through the pits? We don't know. And now Nano rounds out your top 10. Let's jump back up to this front. Pedro still on his own. Fizzy, the camera needs to catch up with you. There we go. Manu's closed him down again. His battle is anything but run. And that's Gibbs they're catching up to now. And Gibbs comes into the pits. So Fizzy and Manu come through. Oh, is that? Oh no, Flying K-Man's now gotten to 4th position. Unfortunately, I can't watch this. I'd love to watch this squabbling three-way battle. Oh, Stokeman's run wide. That's not going to help him at all. Stokeman, who was 4th, has run wide, and that's K-Man up to 3rd position now. 3rd position, 4th position rather. Manu still hanging on to the exhaust fumes of Fizzy. He's going to get a decent run through Parabolica again. See if we can change camera and see if we can have a look. On board with Manu now. Sounds like they're topping out. That's Paradiski getting out of the way. We have no Mr. Soprano with us today. Let's just change camera again. That's on board with Manu. So come down the straight down to turn 7. Oh, he's Fizzy defending brilliantly well. And has been for quite a number of laps. Down to turn 11. You can see the undulations of the track. You can see how bumpy it is. Sachs curve, turn 12. 13. 14. 15 again. Round two curves, turn 16. Oh, Manu running a little bit wide there. Over the line. Manu really keeping a tighter line there. Fizzy bouncing over the curb a bit. Here they come again down to the Parabolica. This is where Manu's been gaining on Fizzy every single time, but not able to do anything with it. Now with the introduction of a back marker is the car in front. No, Manu's not gaining on Fizzy this time. Slows down. And still within striking range of Fizzy. Let's switch to the outside camera again. That is Mr. Deepest Leica, I believe. Where are we? Oh, sounds like we've got trouble up ahead. Might be someone getting out of the way. Oh, that's someone else getting out of the way, I think. That's an extreme way of doing it, but successful. Manu staying with Fizzy. No matter what Fizzy tries, he just cannot shake the German off. Oh, it looked like Manu had a slightly... he didn't get through turn 15 and 16 as cleanly as Fizzy. Looks like Fizzy's got himself the breathing space he needs again. Let's have a look where Pedro is. He's just coming onto the Parabolica now, as it's a good enough lead to hang on to keep himself comfortable. But can he hold it for another 7 laps? That is the question. Looks like Manu was losing ground there on Fizzy. We couldn't see Manu in that particular shot where he's been the whole race so far. Manu could probably draw that gearbox by memory by how long he's been staring at it in this race. Going around turn 7, up to turn 8 again. Again, I want to see what other people are doing. I think, looks like Manu running a bit wide there. K-Man in 4th, but he's on his own now. Where was the chasing people that were with him? Where's Worn Tyre and El Nano? Looks like that group is dispersed now. There's DBZ like there's Manu and Manu and Fizzy we just saw in shot there. There's El Nano and there's Fizzy. Goodness me, they've lapped everybody up to 6th place. But it does look like Manu's losing ground now on Fizzy. Fizzy beginning to break away from him. Can he close down Pedro? Let's just look at the map. No, Pedro's not far ahead at all. Has Pedro come to grief somewhere? There's Pedro coming into the Parabolica. 6 laps to close down. A good 2, maybe 3 seconds or so. As we can see, we can just see the red dot there in front of the back markers. And that, I think, is El Nano getting out of Fizzy's way. Can he stay out of Manu's way? That's very close. Oh, that was unlucky. There was nothing really either of them could have done. It doesn't look like Manu was disadvantaged. Actually, Manu had a brilliant drive out of the hairpin. He's beginning to close Fizzy down yet again. So again, when we thought this battle was done, and we see it reignite, we just saw Pedro going out of the shot there. So I think Pedro may have come to grief somewhere. I think he's lost some of his lead. Oh, Fizzy's just getting the hammer down spectacularly. Round turn 11. And Manu's right with Fizzy again. Sachs curve 12. Still a bit of traffic. There, we just saw Pedro go through the shot there. That is Worn Tyre. Worn Tyre spun. Was he trying to get out of the way of the chasing Fizzy and Manu? Oh, Manu running wide again. At turn 16, that again is going to give Fizzy the breathing space he needs. Turn 1 yet again. I'll be testing Manu on how many lights and how many wishbones there are on the back of Fizzy's car, as he's been staring at it for quite some time now. Coming through Parabolica once again. Where's Pedro? Oh, it's difficult to tell whether they've closed that gap, but there's only 5 laps remaining. Oh, there's Pedro. He's definitely lost some time. He has definitely lost quite a bit of his lead, as he was quite a bit further, at least twice. Oh, there was a bit of contact there between was it Worn Tyre and El Nano, I think. Fizzy's going to have to defend again from the ever persistent Manu. Round they come again. That's on the way down to turn 11. Ooh, Manu had a little bit of look on the inside, but it's not a big enough braking zone into 11, but there isn't a 12. Manu has a low look, but Fizzy closes him off early. There, we just saw Pedro go out of shot. I think it's Adrenaline right in front of him, using the reserve team livery. And again, Manu running slightly wide, it would look like it, at turn 16. So that again gives Fizzy the slight bit of breathing room. I think I've said this before. I'm going to have to think of something else to say. As Adrenaline there, just going out of shot. Let's have a look. Let's see what the gap is. Again, it's roughly the same as what it was previous lap. Between Fizzy and Pedro, I mean. There we can just hear Pedro going through the hairpin. I think he's actually managed to gain a bit of lead, a bit more lead, and that's Adrenaline getting out of the way. But Manu's right with Fizzy now. We may be seeing another attempt. Well done, Adrenaline, for getting out of the way there. So come through turn 11, down to turn 12. Is Manu going to have a go? No. Fizzy holding him off brilliantly well yet again. No, that's turn 8, 9 and 10. I got my corner numbers wrong again. That's turn 11. I always get turn 7 and 11 confused, I'm afraid. I did say I didn't know this track very well. That's professional of me as the commentator, aren't you? Round turn 15. 16 once more. Oh, that may well be just the way that it looks on the camera. It does look every time that we see these two come through. It looks like Manu takes a slightly too wider line through 16. Or it just could be that Fizzy is able to get just enough breathing space between him and the ever-chasing D'Urberville driver to keep that second position. I can only call it as the camera makes it appear, but he's certainly got some space this time. We look at the map again. Pedro's probably managed to get a little bit more lead, if anything. Oh no, there he is. We just saw his rear wing there. Oh, and yet again. Oh, that's Manu closing up again on Fizzy. It seems to be his favourite catching place. It's turn 6. Round 7. There we just saw Pedro going out of the shot. Pedro's tyres may be crying enough at this point. I'm surprised Manu's tyres are hanging on as well as they are. Bearing in mind he's been in turbulent air pretty much the entire race. Oh, now they seem to be gaining on Pedro. Now may we see a two-way battle become a three-way battle before long? Can Pedro hang on for just another 3 laps? Oh, Manu got into a bit of trouble there and definitely lost time on Fizzy as they come through. 2 laps to go. Man, Manu's definitely lost time on Fizzy there. But anyone who saw the Austrian Grand Prix yesterday will know never count your chickens until they are hatched. As we saw the lead change on the very last lap of that particular race. So through the parabolic yet again. Let's just have a look at the gap. It's about the same. It's 2 laps to go. Down to the hairpin again. There we see Pedro. There we can see Pedro. Fizzy chasing hard. I think it's Pedro. Yes, it is. Fizzy keeping a little bit of a gap between him and Manu. It might be just enough that he can attack Pedro as opposed to defending from Manu. But is it going to be too late? But if Pedro's tyres have had it and Fizzy has hung on to his tyres a bit more, who knows? And that is it's going to be DBZ Leica, I assume, getting out of the way of Pedro, but he's in the way of Fizzy. Can he get out of the way once more? Oh, what a terrible place with another back marker. And DBZ Leica gets out. I'm assuming that's DBZ Leica. Getting well and truly out of the way. Well done to you as we enter the final lap now. Let's just have a look at Pedro. There we see Pedro, Fizzy and Manu all in the same shot. Let's just go on board with Manu. If the camera would actually change to Manu's car. There we go. This is the top 3 then. So come round turn 4 for the final time in this feature race. Round the Parabolica. It's clear to see that the lead has shortened. Through the hairpin that Pedro goes now. Fizzy. Manu as well. Manu keeping a little bit of a tighter line, it looks like. Then Fizzy does. Turn 7. Into the Sax Stadium again. Into the Mercedes Stadium now. 9. 10 rather. Turn 11. Into turn 12 for the last time. Looks like Pedro, unless he makes a particular mistake, he's just about going to hang on to this. 1 more corner to go. Let's just jump to Pedro as he is your race winner here at the Hockenheim ring. Fizzy takes second and Manu holds on to third place with Flying Cayman. Held fourth, but where is he? Is he round by the Parabolica? Goodness me, that shows how far back fourth place actually is. Amazing stuff by the top three. And that's the hairpin that Cayman's now coming round. Ironically, he could actually be one of the last across the line unlapped. Goodness. This is coming up to turn 8 now. Very much on his own. Whoops, that's... not sure who that is. That's having a bit of a dance to themselves on the infield there. Flying Cayman still racing. Though he's very much on his own, it seems. He was in that lovely was a 1.4 way battle with Warren Tyre and Stokeman, I think. Round the stadium once again, 13, 14. There's 15, 16. I think Cayman is probably going to be the last one over the line. Here he comes then to claim fourth place. Brilliant stuff for the South African. Fifth is currently AJ. I'm not sure that's actually entirely correct. But there we go. That is your feature race here at the Hockenheim ring. And I will return for round 14, the sprint race.